What's up, my ninjas? Looks like we are live. Good to see you. I hope everything's going well for you this month. We're getting towards the end of the month, so I hope that we're going to see some big numbers. If you're wondering what's going on here with my lip, I was playing basketball with my son Xander, and he's 14 years old. He's got a size 12 shoe. He's about as tall as me. I think I got him by probably 30, 40 pounds. But playing basketball with him, and boom, head butted me from behind right in the lip, stuck the tooth right down through the lip. Hey, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up or a heart or something like that, just so I know that the audio is coming through. Because today we're going to talk about whether or not you have been talking your way out of sales. If you have ever talked your way out of a sale, raise your hand for me. Put me down in the comments if you've ever talked your way out of a sale. Am I the only dude? Am I the only one that's ever talked too much? Question for you. Have you ever had a client who maybe they're 70, 80 years old, maybe they're alone, maybe they're not, but you're at their house, you finished the project, you finished whatever work you're supposed to do there, and they're just talking, and you're just shaking your head and being agreeable. Occasionally you look at your watch or your phone or something like that, hoping that they'll shut up, but they just keep talking. And then maybe even, has there been a time where you have been listening to the client talking and then all of a sudden you drift off, your brain kind of drifts off, you daydream for a little bit because you're not really interested in what they're saying as much as you are getting on to the next call, because you know if you don't get on to the next call, you're going to be late for dinner, you're probably not going to tuck your kids in. So has that ever happened? And like you're daydreaming and like 3-4 minutes goes by and all of a sudden everything comes crystal clear and now you can see the client again? Put me in the comments if that's ever happened to you. Okay. And you're almost like, God, I'm so glad they didn't ask me a question or address me, because if they had, I probably wouldn't have even known what they said. Question for you. Is it possible that that can happen with your clients, with you or me talking too much? On top of that, there are other words and stuff like that that we say that walk us away from a sale. We're going to go over some of those today, but I just want to see a me from you down below if you've ever talked your way out of a sale. Also, if you're watching this live, will you put live right now down in the comments? Right now, will you put it down in the comments? Just put live. I can see some of you here. I just need a little bit of help. All right. If you're watching this on a replay, just type replay for me. Okay. So in this lesson, there's a lot that we can talk about here, but we want to keep this short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about 10 words that you want to eliminate, or phrases that you want to eliminate that are stealing your sales. All right. So let's go over here and see what we have. We've got words to eliminate. All right. First word that we want to eliminate is financing. Question for you. Do you like to finance stuff? When somebody says we have financing, or yeah, but we have financing, does that make you feel any better inside? People don't like to finance stuff. All right. It's not actually the best word that we could use. It can get in between us and making a client feel good about buying from us. Guys, what is the purpose of your job? The purpose of your job is to generate revenue and profit for the company. But what is your job? Your job is to make people feel good about buying from you. I'm going to say that again. Your job is to make people feel good about buying from you. So if that's the case, why would I use a word that I know does not make the client feel good? Instead of financing, let's say easy payment plans. All right. If you want to use it in a sentence, but we have a variety of easy payment plans to make the right decision more affordable. All right. Easy payment plans is going to take over financing. For the love of God, number 2, do not say I need or you need to a client. Number 1, they don't care what you need. All right. I'm just here to tell you, I'm sorry. It might hurt your feelings a little bit. They don't care what you need. It ain't about you when you're in their house. It's about them. And for the love of God and everything that's holy, don't ever tell a client what they need to do. I talk to technicians all the time about this, and I help to pull these words out. Guys, most of the time, I make people a better communicator, not by adding to what they're saying, but by finding the stuff that we can take away. Does that make sense? Give me a hell yes if that makes sense. All right. So also, how do you like it when somebody tells you what you need to do? What's your initial gut reaction? Put it in the comments. Like, what does your brain say when I tell you you need to do this? Come on, it's a very common reaction. I can probably guess what you're going to say. Don't tell me what to do, right? Is that what you're going to say? Don't tell me what to do. Do you think your clients are any different? So stop telling them what they need to do. How could we replace this? We could say something like this. You're going to want to replace the fan motor and the compressor. You're going to want to replace your water heater and the PRV valve, the pressure reducing valve. You're going to want to, all right? It's just a little bit different. It's a little bit softer, and you won't believe the difference it makes with the client. Guys, these are small things that end up making a big difference, all right? Is it possible that there's some things that you don't know that you don't know? Put yes in the comments or no. Is it possible that there's something that you don't know that you don't know? Is it possible that something this small could make a difference? Is it possible that 10 of these small things all in one call could make a big difference for you and could increase your closing ratios, could increase your average tickets, could help you, your company, and the customer to all win? Is that possible? All right, stick with me here. To be honest, oh my God, I hate this one. To be honest with you, I did this one time. I used to say this all the time until I was at a customer's house in Naples. And the guy had a big boat out in the backyard, $2 million house at the time. This is 15 years ago, right? So very successful dude. And I'm selling him a new home comfort system, or trying to. I didn't end up getting the sale, and I'm about to tell you why. He asked me a question, and before I responded to him, I said, to be honest, and then I started with my explanation, and he didn't even let me get any further. He just said, stop. And I went, yes. And he said, at what point have you not been truthful with me? And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, you said to be honest with you, which indicates to me that at some point throughout this process, you have been dishonest with me. When was it? Now, I was set back. I was blown away. And I only need to touch a stove once to know that it's hot. All right. I tried to backpedal. It didn't work. He ended up sending me packing, and somebody else got the job. I lost that deal because I was talking too much. I was saying stuff I shouldn't say. And ever since that day, I have not said to be honest with you. All right. I completely stripped it from my language, and I've been better for it. I've made a lot more money since then. Okay. How about SEER? Are you guys quoting SEER? Seasonal energy efficiency ratio? Please don't do that. Please don't talk about AFUE and the flux capacitor. They're going to go on a day trip like we were talking about earlier. They're going to space out on you. Okay, you're going to lose them. Stop doing that. Stop talking about technical part names. Stop saying capacitor. All right, they're going to look it up online. You're going to have a bunch of headache. All right, say torque booster instead of starter, instead of contactor, say starter. Figure out different names on a 3rd to 5th grade level that a client will understand, so that you don't confuse them. Because the moment that you say a word that they don't understand, they're going to go, oh my gosh, oh my God. Here's a perfect example. My very first house that I ever owned, water sucked. Municipal water, lots of chlorine, lots of calcium, magnesium, stuff like that. And it was playing hell on the whole house, the whole plumbing system, and my skin and my hair. So I called somebody out. Water softener. I need a water softener. This guy comes out, sits down at the dining room table, opens up a yellow sheet of newspaper, and starts talking about his resin. Now, I don't know if you know what resin is or not, but I had no idea what resin was. Somebody tell me, what is resin in the comments, right? I had only ever heard of one kind of resin, and that was the kind that my brother had brought home in a ball and put on the table, and my parents caught him. All right? I had no idea what the guy's talking about. So when he said resin, I went, resin. What's resin? I've never heard of resin. I don't know the one kind of resin. That was Scott brought home that one time. But resin. Like, I totally went on a day trip. Okay? When you say words that clients don't understand, capacitor, what's the average human being going to think? Michael J. Fox, Back to the Future, flux capacitor. You want them thinking about Michael J. Fox and the flux capacitor when you're talking about what needs to go on with their system? No. Okay? So let's start changing out some of this language. All right? It's going to help you, your client, and the company. All right? UV lights. How about a biocide chamber? How about a system sterilizer? Something like that. Crying out loud. Recommend. Oh, we went over this morning. I hate it when people talk about recommendations. Stop saying that you recommend stuff. When's the last time you bought something somebody recommended? and you didn't really see a need for it or want for it, it was just a recommendation, you're like, hell, I got the extra money. I don't really even care about money that much. I'm just going to give you money for a recommendation. Stop doing this, okay? They are your findings. It's black or white. It is or it isn't. It's not a recommendation, okay? You can break things up into categories. You can go, this stuff's mandatory. This stuff will need to be done in the near future. And this stuff would be nice to have, okay? But stop it with the recommendations. Eliminate it. These are our findings, okay? This is a pretty old one. Most people know that. You don't. It's less desirable to have somebody to say to them, sign this, than it is to say, can I have your approval here? I just need your approval right here, please. Boom, it's done. Okay. People love to approve shit. They hate to sign it. Okay. Contract. Come on. This is old school, old news. You want to call it an agreement or something like that. Unless you really want to feel locked into a contract, then call it a contract, right? Unit. Oh, come on, guys. Outdoor system, indoor system. Start calling it what it is. We talk this contractor jive stuff, man. You got to stop it. And price, just say investment. All right. Could be an initial investment, could be a total investment, could be a monthly investment, could be a weekly investment. All right. But let's get rid of price and start talking about investment. Hey, listen, if you want more training like this, go to leadninjasystem.com or put I need more training down in the comments. And I've got some spots left open for some of the free trainings. But if you really, really want to dig in and you want to get some intense training, you want to actually see some massive results, we're talking 4, 5, 6, 10x results, hit me up in the comments, say I want some more training. We'll have a conversation about it. All right, no obligation. Love you guys. Have a great day. Go get them, ninjas. Bye.